Happy 4th of July, and thank you for listening to this special episode of Storytime with Uncle Zap. Before we get going, I just want to give a special shout out to every high school and college senior who lost their senior year. This episode is dedicated to you guys. You know, walking that stage at graduation is truly a great accomplishment. But if it makes you feel any better, my friend Rock couldn't walk at graduation either. So this is my favorite story to tell people, actually. It's the story of how Sam became Rock. And this story starts, everybody knows about senior prank night, but this story starts actually a little bit before senior prank night when Dr. Rutledge just began working up her hatred for Dauphin. My favorite story, because I don't have time to tell them all, is when Dauphin got, I think he got a 37 on one of his tests, and Dr. Rutledge told him after that she caught him cheating and made him retake the test, but she scaled it, so if he got 100, he would have only got a 37, and I think he finished with a 12 on it. And I remember him saying, listen, don't you think if I cheated, I would have gotten a little better than a 37? But anyways, the point is, Dr. Rutledge hated Dauphin, and if you think you can find someone to tell me that they like Dr. Rutledge, good luck to you. So that takes us to the night before our last day of high school, and as I'm sure you can imagine, with all the trouble we got in and out of throughout high school, by the end, things were just about out of control. And the night before the last day of school, gotta do a wild senior prank, right? You know? So I think Chris Anderson left the door propped open and made sure we'd be able to sneak in. And, well, we won't say the nerdier kids, because we're all friends, and one of them's probably going to be my boss sometime pretty soon. But the smarter kids who got the better grades and are going to have better jobs, they went off and taped off this hallway or something and filled it with balloons so nobody could get by or whatever. But as you can imagine, that wasn't enough for Rock. So Rock and friends go up to the third floor and go in some of the rooms and, making a mess. Just harmless stuff, flip some tables, some wieners on the board, stuff like that. And then everybody's in Dr. Rutledge's room, and Rock says he's got a shit, and somebody says, you won't shit in the desk, and the next thing you know, everybody jumps in, and it's, you won't do it, come on, you know how it is. And one thing you got to know about Rock, if you tell him he's not going to do something, he's probably going to do it. But, everybody moves on, and they're in the next room, and next thing you know, everybody's dying laughing at this picture of a turd in Dr. Rutledge's desk. And as I'm sure you can imagine, everybody got the fuck out of there. And everything was good for a few days, and then Rock gets a call from the school, and he's got to go in with his mom, and he goes in, and every important person that works there is just there sitting waiting for him. And they tell him what happened, and his mom, like the saint that Kathy Dauphin is, and as any mom would do, defends her son and says, he would never do that. And of course, as anyone in Rock's position would do, he lied his ass off. And they went home, and about 20 minutes later, they get a call back, and he's got to go back, and somebody ratted on him, and they told him, okay, listen, we think it was you. You can either admit to it, and you won't get in as much trouble, or you got to give us a stool sample. And that's how Rock went down for this one. And that's the story of why they didn't let Rock walk at graduation. He got in a little more trouble too. I think he had to do some community service or something. And if you ask him, I'm pretty sure he'll tell you his relationship with his mom hasn't ever been quite the same since. But he got pulled over right after it, and he got out of a ticket for it. So that's pretty good. And I know Rock, and if you ask him if it was worth it, he'll look you dead in the eye and give you a good, oh, fuck yeah, bud. And that's just how it is, you know. Sometimes she goes and sometimes she doesn't, and that's just the way she fucking goes. I hope I see all you guys at Judd's. Big hot dog eating contest running at 4. If you can't make that, Instagram Live, big fireworks show. Hope to see everybody out. Cheers to America. Cheers to the greatest day of the year. Cheers to jean shorts. Cheers to hot dogs. Cheers to fireworks. And cheers to a day that I don't think any of us are going to forget for a long time. Or maybe remember. And if you find yourself in any situation where you don't know what to do, just pull yourself together and ask, what would Jimmy Buffett do? Thanks for tuning in. Love you all. Go Bills. Go America. Happy 4th. Let's have a Saturday. Yo!